If I'm waking up at 5 a.m. to take a train somewhere, it's gotta be something special. Here is a journey of how I've been scraping the German car market to find this specific style, and I bought the cheapest one. Here's the story of how not to buy a car and why you need to be watching every single second of it, because the story gets more and more unexpected. I hope you enjoyed as much as I watching this back. Let's go. Yo, and what's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Oscar, and if you're following me on Instagram, you probably have seen already that I've sold my beautiful M2 competition, and that's partly of the reason why I'm sitting today, this morning, so early in a train where I love cars more than anything, and I could be going anywhere with a car, but now that I sold it, I need a car, so I thought maybe it's time to buy some cheap roads, have some fun in Europe, open the roof, and enjoy. In that process, I started digging. You know how it is to get stuck on Facebook Marketplace. And I ended up with this beautiful BMW Z3 coupe. And how I got there was here, walking by foot, taking the train with a backpack full of cash and seeing if this Z3 coupe is actually up to the condition as I hope it is, or if I have to take the train back to Hamburg, which would be very unfortunate. What can go wrong if you go and check out the cheapest Z3 coupe on the market with nearly 300,000 kilometers. Very bipolar weather, now it looks good behind. A couple minutes ago it was hail, so yeah, bipolar as my car choices. Let's go and see and pray with me that the condition of the car is good enough so I don't have to take the train again. Also nice choice, CL63 fake. This is how it looks here. Yo, and now I'm nearly arriving after a couple of kilometers walking uphill. And yeah, I don't want to put the camera straight into this guy's face. So let's see how much I'm going to record from me checking the car. But if not, I'll just keep you up to date from the highway. What a beautiful view with this nuclear reactor right in the back. Hell yeah. Oh, and I can see already our beauty. I'm over the moon happy. The car has 300,000 kilometers. It was the cheapest Z3 coupe on the German market, for a manual transmission at least, and who wants an automatic in such car? I've drove the first meters. It's really old-timer feeling. The car is from 2000, built in 99, first registration in 2000. So yeah, a couple of years younger than me, but still, I don't know, it looks so much better and has so much better hips than I do. Yeah, I'm over the moon happy. I think it's a fair trade-off from an M2 to this. So. But yeah, let me enjoy the first meters. I'm going to talk to you on the highway, and I just hope that I won't hear this bing, BMW sound with a check engine. So wish me luck. As I said, 300,000 kilometers, always been a dream car of mine. So if you see it like this, How couldn't you say that? Holy crap. Yo, and I made it back home. I'm pretty exhausted, but I have to say my back doesn't hurt. Everything is good. I feel much better than expected. The car consumed much less than expected. But anyways, this is not a review. Subscribe for that. I want to do a little Europe trip with this car to, for sure, break this 300,000 kilometer mark as soon as possible. And what better way to end this video next to this beautiful other clown shoe that actually inspired me also to buy this car. So yeah, I'm gonna take a chill pill, eat something, rest, and tomorrow register the car so we can make many more nice videos. So peace out, thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to not miss anything on this journey with this beautiful Z3 coupe. Over and out, bye bye. I'm on my way to the workshop to finally see what's actually up with this car, see underneath how much rust is there, how many things need to be urgently fixed before I go on a 2, 3, 4, 5,000 kilometer road trip across Europe. And yeah, yesterday I just went to fuel up after arriving because I knew that I had to go early today to register the car, which I did now. And as you can hear, I don't know if you can hear it, I hope you do, the car is much louder than before, which is because, I don't know what, by going onto the gas station and taking one speed bump, the exhaust basically disconnected. I would love to have it as loud as it is, but yeah, it's probably not so legal, and obviously I cannot leave the exhaust just hanging there like this. So yeah, I'm pretty excited, I'm pretty nervous to see the actual condition of the car now, see if I can go onto my trip where I want to drive, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5,000, 6,000 kilometers in the next couple of weeks. And well, wish me luck for that. For now the mood is good, let's hope it stays like this. Now that we're gonna go to the workshop, and I'm gonna talk to you there with some shots of how the car looks from underneath and general of the condition. For now, only minor things. The interior lighting is not working, the driver's seat doesn't go up and down, but it's all small things, easy fixes. The only really annoying thing is that the fuel gauge doesn't work, so it's just, bipolar as the weather in Germany. Can't decide if it's full or not. So that's definitely something I should fix. Now if I go on the highway, it doesn't matter so much because I can estimate more or less how many kilometers the car will do. But yeah, that's definitely something I need to fix. And other than that, until now, I'm happy. So wish me luck then in the workshop. I'm still happy because if not, then something is definitely wrong with the car. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to you there now. Yo, and the car is getting jacked up. Let's pray with me that the car is actually lifting up and we're not just destroying the fenders and the car stays down due to rust. So fingers crossed. We lifted up the car and that's the moment this whole story started to go south, at least for me and my emotions. First, we saw the brake fluid was overfilled a little bit. Of course, it's a little indicator for some things are not being too good, but that's a quick fix. We could easily fix it. Same as welding the exhaust back together, even though it was not perfectly fitting either. But then what unfolded was just pure emotional shock for me. As you can see here in the video, the car has rust everywhere. It's oil leaks everywhere. The gearbox, the engine, the differential, there was oil everywhere. And of course, we didn't even want to bother to really locate where this is because that would already been hours of work and yeah, thousands of euros burning down the drain if you do this in a workshop. So yeah, I had to swallow this pill and thinking to myself, oh my God, what am I gonna do now? So a lot of ideas obviously came up. Either I do a track tool, I drive it now until the whole thing collapses or whatever, but this would have been still thousands and thousands of euros for me down the drain. So I thought, well, let me give it a try. Let me speak to the seller and ask him about a potential refund. I give the car back, or I don't know what, because obviously you cannot sell a car selling the gearbox and engine works well and is in perfect condition if clearly the car is like this. I want to believe that he doesn't see the car from underneath, but then his mechanic lied to him. But I don't know. I didn't think that was my problem because, obviously you can see, and it was not in good shape. Also, biggest learning, of course, never buy a car without checking it from underneath, doing a pre-purchase inspection, or at least a car jack, and put yourself underneath the car to see, because if I would have seen the car like this, obviously I wouldn't have bought it. I put you some pictures as well, how I saw the car from the engine bay. It was not in perfect condition, but definitely it looked way better than it actually was. Luckily enough, the seller was kind enough to say, all right, dude, bring the car back. I'm gonna give you back your cash. And I didn't think twice. A day later, I took the car and drove 5 hours back. And what happened then, if you follow me on Instagram, you already know what's gonna happen now. Now if I go on the highway, it doesn't matter so much because I can estimate more or less how many kilometers the car will do. It will be a much longer story and much more funny or stupid or whatever you want, but I'm here on the A1 highway without fuel, probably. Car stopped and fucking hell, man. What a shit show. I really have to tell this story in detail on another stage, but holy fucking shit. Never buy a car that is the cheapest on the market if you have no idea about cars like me. And yeah, thanks God, I'm close to some guys that I know, and a friend of mine is coming now with fuel to help me solve the situation. I also run without license plate in the front, and yeah, what a stupid story. But well, guess we live and we learn, and those things need to happen for us to advance in life further. Thank you guys for following me on this journey. Holy fucking crap. And luckily the car is going again, as you can see. More, in German we have a saying, mehr Glück als Verstand, which means basically more luck than how smart you are. I cannot even talk English anymore because I'm shocked and I'm freezing to death. It's 3 degrees outside here in Germany. Freaking lucky, and thanks God the car is going again. And thanks God I can get rid of this car right now. Unbelievable, man. The story cannot get any better. Finally, I did give the car back. I received my money back and everyone was happy, kind of, at least, because I did actually really fall in love with this car and I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do now? But I wouldn't be me if I wouldn't have taken a train directly back from dropping this car, which didn't go back home to Hamburg, which actually went to close to Frankfurt and bought this. Z3 coupe, 1999, 100,000 kilometers less, black on black, in a much better condition for not that much more. Stay tuned for that, subscribe, and thank you very much for joining me on this journey. I hope you've learned something together with me, and yeah, stay tuned for the next videos with this beautiful beauty. See you guys later, over and out, and much love. Bye bye, ciao.